guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today we're going to go through the Samcom radios and go over some of the features and show you how to use them. So basically you change your channels by this dial here, you know, 7, 8, 9, 10 and so on. Okay. Off, on. Squelch is automatically turned on. Okay, which is kind of nice, it's quiet. The only drawbacks to using a squelch on any radio gear, whether it's a CB, a ham radio, one of these UHF radios, even your FRSs and GMRSs, the problem with them is picking up weak signals. So if you're gaining more distance from somebody and all of a sudden, oh, I can't talk to the person, well, you may be able to still talk to them if the squelch is turned off on your radio, or both radios, depending on how you get things set up. But if it's on, then you're going to lose that person until you get over the next horizon. Okay, because we know that a lot of our range with these kind of radios is based on a line of sight kind of deal, and so when you get to, you know, one end of the horizon to the other lower end of the horizon, you're out of communication. But you get to the next hill up, you can communicate again. So anyways, squelch can work, not always, it's not a guarantee, but you know, you do have squelch control. But we're going to go into the menu here. And menu. So first is group. Now what the group is for is you set up a channel for your groups from channel 0 to 19, or 1 to 20, 0 being channel 20 actually. And then that'll be the channel that your entire group can talk on all at once. Now the Vox setting is voice activated, and so let me get into here. So you've got Vox, and just press this button here. Now right now it's off. You can then go 1, 2. This is the sensitivity, how sensitive it's going to be. Okay, right up to 9. And then back off again. And then you can communicate just by voice instead of having to worry about pressing keys, which is kind of handy because you could have this thing, you know, clipped onto your jacket or even your belt waist, and you know, you have the volume full blast so you can hear. And as long as you talk loud enough that it can hear you, then you can automatically transmit, and as soon as you're done, it stops, and then you can listen to the other person when they talk. Beep keypad tone setting. After pressing the menu into the function menu, choose beep. This turns the beep, I'm guessing, on and off, so let's just find out. Press group. Okay. Menu. There we go. Squelch, beep. So beep on, beep off. Press group, press exit, silence. So that's just on and off for the beep. Okay. Back into the menu. And I want my beep on. So menu. Now STA is kind of interesting. This is called a Scrambler Function. This is actually pretty awesome. And right now I have my Scrambler turned on, but turn it on, or you can turn it off. I'm going to turn it on, and you won't be able to understand what's coming through the base station with this kit. It's going to turn the volume up. I don't know how well you're going to hear this, but so what I just did there is I just said, can you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear what I'm saying? This channel is scrambled. Okay, so the base station that came with this kit, because it was 2 radios and a base unit, if these are set up with the scramblers on, the base can't understand a word you're saying, but neither can anybody else. Okay, so, but when you're going from this unit to this unit and the scramblers are turned on, just turn this one on. Can you hear what I'm saying?
Yes, you can.
Can you hear what I'm saying? Whoa. We have a... Oh, I didn't turn the scrambler on this one. Hang on. My bad. Oh, that is on. That one's on. And I've been using just the one main radio. And it's like, man, there we go. Scrambler on. Okay, so they should be able to communicate. Can you hear what I'm saying? Can you hear what I'm saying? Okay, so that you can hear it. I'm really close to the radios, so that's a bit of a pain, so I'll swap them out. Can you hear what I'm saying? So yes, you can. So now if I turn the scrambler off on one of these, so let's turn this scrambler off. So the scramblers have to be active on both units. Now there is no scrambler feature on the base unit that came with this kit. It's just like up and down volume and channels, that's it. You know, and you got the group thing, and but no scrambler, right? So it's kind of handy. So if you don't want people to know your conversation, period, like nobody, then turn the scramblers on each one of these radios that you're going to use. And nobody will know a darn thing that you're saying. And there's no way that they can unscramble it as far as I'm aware of. So I'm going to go back into the menu here. And scrambler off. That one's off. Menu here. Scrambler off. And exit out of that one. Okay, so back to the menu here. So, like I said, you got your group thing. You can pick a channel that you want the groups to be on. Okay? So you got your Vox, your group, your squelch. Okay, right now it's on 3. Goes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1. So 1 being the weakest amount of squelch. Okay? So you can't actually turn it off, but you can turn it on like 1. It's kind of like my scanner I have on the table. You know, I've got squelch control on it, and if I turn it to a certain point where it's off, then I'm going to get static noise. As soon as I turn it up just a little bit, then, well, right now it's locked on a station. But as soon as I turn it up, then it's going to cut it off and it'll start scanning again. So it's a sensitivity level. But you cannot turn it completely off on these radios. Because that is actually an annoying noise, you know. It wants to listen to all the time anyway. So default is 3. So we're going to leave that one on 3. Say OK. Go that one. Two, 3. Press group for OK. Exit out of there. The beep. Now the compressor. This is called voice compression. After pressing the menu into the function and choose CMP, press the OK, then you can select on or off. Now, I don't remember if they had a thing here explaining the compressor. Yes, they do. This feature ensures the user in a variety of noisy environments can get a clear call set by the users in the channel through the menu. Okay, that's what the voice compressor and expansion does. So they call it a VCE. Call function, of course, you already know how to press a button. This thing has a scan mode. just click it once, the bottom button, and it'll just keep scanning channels. And if it picks something up, conversation, whatever, you know, Jake's your uncle, away you go. Then of course you now this button here is kind of like turning your squelch off. Okay, you can't turn it off through the menu, remember that. You can change its sensitivity, but you can press it here for weaker transmissions that you might be trying to pick up, especially in one of those little out of range situations that you might still be able to hear something. Okay, now when you transmit, that goes red, and this one goes green for receiving. Okay, so transmit is red, receive is green. Transmit red, receive is green. Yeah, I know the noise. They're too close together. You got to have these things, you know, a couple meters apart. On the side pocket here, the little thing you open up, that's where you can plug in either a microphone style hookup, where it's kind of like a CB or security guard kind of radio thing like the cops have, you know, on their chest, or you can hook up the ear kit with the mic function thing that comes with these, so you got one for each radio that comes with it already. I actually prefer that, you know, CB way of microphone hookup, but that's just me. Anyways, once these belt clips are installed, they're great. Lots of good spring power to these, by the way. They're really good. And to get these batteries out, just lift the spring, push the slider, the buttons in, and slide back. And they do say to store these radios too. Take the battery out, but make sure the batteries are fully charged first before doing so. Because even though they're a lithium ion / lithium polymer or LiPo type battery, you should charge them every 6 months, because they will self-drain on their own like any other battery will. And you know, it just takes about 6 months is their recommendation. And then just top the batteries back up, put them back in storage, so whenever you're not using them. Otherwise, if it over drains, your battery's baffed. So, but I mean, you can get new batteries, but still, if you follow the instructions per storage, you shouldn't need any batteries for years. So anyway, that goes over the features of the radios and how to operate them and what they're for. There's not much else to tell you. You do get this channel number frequency chart that is to do with the base station and the radios. And these are all the frequencies. And I've programmed all of these, plus I've found like gazillions more. I programmed all them into my my base scanner, so I can actually scan anything coming through on these too, on the UHF side. My scanner does VHF and UHF, but these are UHF. Anyways, and for those of you who may not have checked out my other video, if you're wondering about UHF radios, they are different than GMRS. They are not the same. They're very similar though, but the frequencies that they work on are a little different. And you do not need a license to run UHF radios in Canada. Okay, you will need a license for ham, because ham is on VHF, but not the UHF, and FRS and GMRS radios, as well as citizen band walkie-talkies or citizen band radios in Canada. You do not need a license for any of those types of radios. Okay, so don't worry about, you know, hey, can I order this and actually key it up and talk on it? Yes, you can. Can you have no more conversations? Well, yes you can, because there's no license required. So these basically, I think in a lot of ways, these things are actually a better replacement for the old CB radios. A little bit less channels on this particular set, but who cares? You know, they're more compact and friendly, and you know, they don't take up a lot of space. You know, you can get different antennas for these. And I believe the load on these is 50 ohms, so you got to be mindful of that. And it's the SMA connector on these things, and so you need female on this end. And you can get extra longer range antennas for them if you wanted to. It's up to you. And there's also stubbies you can buy too that are, you know, kind of neat, a little more compact. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. So this is how to use them, and how to set them up for whatever preferences you may have. I really like that Scrambler feature though. That works great because, I mean, you can talk normal all you want. Nobody else can understand a flippin' word you're saying unless they're on the same channel as you and their radio is compatible for the Scrambler feature. But anyways, catch you later. Bye.